Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch Arrow here. Um, Hope you all have a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's great. Hope you have a great time. Here to do your 2-week read. It is a general read, so it will not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. If you haven't already, and you like the vibe here, you like the channel, like and subscribe. We got a great tarot family here. Lots of great connection that I've made and I've seen other people make throughout the comments and just people emailing me. For all you that have already subscribed, you know what it is. I'm not always going to tell you what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, what I see. And no fluff. So be prepared. With that being said, always feel free to comment down below. Let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Leos? What do we have for Leos, Universe? What's going on for Leos? All right, Leos. Oh, and I forgot to mention we're using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. Just a little FYI. So the first thing I see, Leos, is there's someone desperately trying to come back to you. Now, I feel like, because the first thing we have is that, that Ace of Wands all about reconciliation. This person wants to make things right, what they didn't make right in the past. I feel like this person felt like you felt like in the past that this person was hiding something from you. Now, I don't feel like they were. I feel like the only thing they were really hiding from you wasn't anything sneaky. It was basically that they had more feelings than they made you aware of. And I feel like they just couldn't, I just feel like they couldn't give to you what you wanted at the time because I feel like they didn't have it to offer. Now, I feel like they always knew what they wanted. But that, they always knew what they wanted. It was right there in front of them. They knew that you were their person. They just couldn't accept it at the time. They couldn't accept this connection. And the reason why they couldn't accept this connection is because they were too busy looking at the negatives instead of the positives. I feel like they weren't ready. I feel like they didn't have at the time they didn't have what you wanted from them. They didn't have the ability to move on from what was going on in their life at the time. They didn't have the ability to give you what you deserved. They knew what they had, and I feel like they've had a lot of regrets since then. They regret the choices that they made because I feel like they pushed you away instead of just taking it slow, instead of just communicating with you that what was going on with them. They just kind of shut you out. I just feel like there was a lot of stability issues. I feel like there was some there was some low self-esteem issues as well. I feel like at that point they were feeling very defeated. They didn't feel like they had what you wanted to offer. They didn't feel like they were ready. But instead of telling you that, instead of communicating that to you, I feel like they just kind of shut you out. But like I said, I do see them wanting to come back. I feel like that regret has kept them up. Those late nights with that anxiety, with that late nights of thinking about, what they missed out on. They know how great you are. From what I can see here, they know what they had in you. They just didn't have what they felt like you wanted from them. So instead of talking about it, instead of letting you know, this is where I'm at, they just kind of, like I said, they just kind of shut you out. You came off as someone very confident, very sure of themselves, and I feel like they just couldn't match that at the time. But I feel like as we move on here, they feel more and more regret. There's more and more sleepless nights. They wanted to move forward in the past. They wanted to. Sometimes when we meet the person we're meant to be with, it's not always as easy as that. It's not always as easy as, okay, I met the person I was supposed to be with, so let's move on. Let's do all this stuff. Let's get married, go on vacation. It's not just that easy all the time. Sometimes we meet the right person at the wrong time, and I feel like it's exactly what we have here. But like I said, I feel like they've finally gotten their shit together. They're coming back with some confidence. I feel like there's a lot of passion there as well. I feel like what they were holding back, I felt like that has come to an end and they're ready to move forward. They're finally trusting their intuition. Finally ready to take that leap of faith. Because I feel like they've never gotten over you, and I feel like they have a hard time. In the beginning, they kind of talk themselves out of it. And as we move on, they start to have less and less to say when it comes to talking themselves out of this. And now it's more or less, it's just regret that's sunk in. So they are coming back. They are looking for reconciliation. Now this person is ready to put in the effort. This is someone that is going to put in the work. And I feel like they're ready to actually show you that they want the same things, that they can offer you what it is that you want. And I get a lot of, we got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. All about getting what you want. All about that family card with a Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Pentacles is all about getting what you want and getting everything that you desire from this person, giving you what you need. And then we got the Ten of Cups, which is that family card. And I also see a lot of happiness. And we have the Star card as well. So, I feel like this person's finally nurturing this connection and ready to give you everything they have to offer. Like I said, I feel like they just made the wrong call in the past. They weren't trusting their intuition. They thought it'd be better to walk away than to just have that conversation with you. They didn't want to look weak in front of you, what it really seems like. Having that conversation makes them look weak. And the way they see you, they didn't want to look weak in front of you. But like I said, they were looking at the negatives instead of the positives. They weren't seeing, they knew what they had in you, but they weren't seeing what they were doing. They weren't seeing the true potential of this situation. And that's why that regret set in. That's why they have those sleepless nights now. And that's why they have, they're feeling very defeated. But like I said, I feel like they've been patiently waiting to come forward. And I feel like they are going to come forward very shortly. They may have already made contact with you. But like I said, this person is finally on the same page. They have their shit together. Finally ready to give to the situation and put in the work. And I do see a lot of happiness. I do see them, I feel like this person is the type of person that is going to give you everything, everything that they feel like you deserve. And I feel like that's exactly what you've been looking for someone. I see a lot of happiness in your future. You know, honestly, the way I look at this is just it wasn't the right time before. And I feel like if it would have moved forward before, it may not have been, it may not have went where it's going to go now. Things happen for a reason. And I know people are sick of hearing that, but it's truly how it works sometimes. Sometimes things weren't meant to play out in the beginning. It doesn't mean they were never ready to play out, or they were never going to play out. It's just they weren't ready then. And sometimes when we force situations, we end up ruining them because we're forcing something. Things have to happen naturally. And like I said, it was the right person, wrong time. But the time is now. The right time is now. But this person has a lot of love for you. And like I said, they've been having a lot of anxiety. They couldn't let you go. They know the mistakes that they made, and they're ready to make up for it. And when we got to look at that way, this person's coming willing to admit that they made mistakes. And I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarification from this person moving forward once they reach out. They may have already reached out, but if they haven't, they will soon. Like I said, with that Sun card, a lot of happiness coming. We have the Star card as well. We have a lot of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have a lot of air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have a lot of earth as well, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Like I said, look for this person to come back. I feel like you always knew this person was going to be back. Because I feel like the connection was that real. And they felt it too. But like I said, I feel like they just weren't ready to give you what you wanted. The world works like that sometimes. Like I said, it's not always going to be, rainbows and butterflies. I mean, just because you meet the person you were meant to be with doesn't mean it's going to be easy. A lot of times it isn't easy. Like I always think back to what my grandmother said. My grandmother was with my grandfather. They were married 70 years when he passed away. And I remember her saying that it wasn't always easy, but it was always worth it. I like that. Sometimes you just gotta make it work. Sometimes we give up too easy on things, and sometimes that person that was meant to be your person doesn't end up coming back. So, I mean, it ends up never knowing, but I mean, there's more opportunities that are always going to come up to you, but this person is coming back. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.